Gentlemen, happy Thanksgiving. Before I do the annual Thanksgiving speech for you guys, I wanted to do the awards and the previews for this week. So let's talk about the awards. First game, it was Jake and I. And the award I'm going to give myself is beating out of my bracket. So, being a 3-7 team, playing against Jake, who was 9-1, wasn't looking great in the beginning of the week, and then my team pulled it out and just finished everywhere. It was brutal, but I had a nice win on Jake, and my award is beating out of my bracket. Next is Drost versus Mike. Drost earlier tonight talked about how his team is the injury-ridden team, and Mike won last week. So I'm going to give Drost the award of... I'm going to give Mike the award this matchup. Let's just go with that. I'm a little sleep-deprived, so let's just say the matchup of Drost versus Mike gets the award. I don't know what to give Mike. Mike's the for realsies. I'll give Mike that award. Mainly because he proved it that, I'm here for the long haul. Friday, me, Jake, Mike, Dan, and Borelli went out to the hangar, and I asked Jake, I said, "Are you afraid of Mike?" He said, "If there's any team that can beat me in the finals, it's Mike," and I strongly agree with that. Dupe versus John. Dupe obliterated John. I'm going to call Dupe the Wildfires because he just massacred Jonathan's team. Wasn't even fair. Frankie versus Borelli. I'm going to give Borelli the can it get any worse. I mean, Borelli's team has just been on the biggest skid of all time. Struggle City is real. But as Borelli and I were talking last Sunday when Jake was over, is that you know what? Last couple years, Borelli and I were making pushes to the playoffs. I think Borelli missed it last year, but he made it 2 years prior. And both of him and I were just kind of saying, hey, this year it's kind of nice to not have to worry about playoffs, to kind of just sit back and relax. So I'm going to give Borelli the city's going to be okay. Struggle City, yeah, it's struggling, but for right now it's going to be okay. Because you're not going to come in last, Nick, but you can just sit back and relax. And then the last award goes to Zach versus Dan. I'm going to give Zach the award of... And he goes marching. Just because with Zach being a Saints fan, he had Taysom Hill at his tight end who got him 24 points, mainly because he's a quarterback, not a tight end. And Zach had a running back, Lamar, at his quarterback who got him 16. And Zach went marching in and obliterated Dan's team. Sorry that the awards are kind of I didn't really have time to think about them. I just got home and wrote them out. Mainly the main point of this video is just so I can do my Thanksgiving speech, which will come after this at the look ahead to next week. So we have John versus me. I picked myself as a winner. John's skid continues, and my 3-game win streak goes up. So I will hopefully finish this week by 5-7. I have my team winning by 20. We have Mike versus Frankie. I have Mike not obliterating, but winning handedly against Frankie. Just because Mike's team is just too good. It's truly just too good. We have Dan versus Drost, the lovers' quarrel game. I have Drost winning this one, even though his team is hurt. I have Drost flexing those muscles and securing first place in that division with a loss from Dan. We have Borelli versus Jake. This is Jake's get-right game. Jake's going to beat Borelli and improve to 10-3. Then we have Jones versus Ryan. Battle of the ex-roommates. I have Ryan winning this game to tie Drost first in that division, and Jones falling slightly out of playoff contention, but not too far. All right. The true purpose for this video is because every year I type out a message on Thanksgiving and send it to you guys. And I just wanted to say how grateful I am to be your guys' commissioner. You guys are some of my best friends, and I would be lost without you dudes. And I know this is just fantasy and all that, but I truly mean it. You guys, I enjoy doing these videos a lot. I know last week I didn't do them. I was kind of busy. But just being able to talk about you guys and put it into the group chat and having you guys discuss what I discussed, it truly makes me happy. And, you know, I think friendships are meant to have your buddies grow with you over time. And I think for me, being friends with you guys for so long, it's been nice to see us all grow together. Thanksgiving is a holiday about giving thanks to the ones you care about, to the ones you love, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I loved each and every one of you guys. You each hold a very special place in my heart, and it just makes me happy being your commissioner. As time is passing, with John moving away, Jake, we don't know where you're going to be with your amazing job with being in the MLB, with Jones going away to Boston, which is only an hour away, but still, with all of us moving, or not moving, but like growing up, it's nice to have this league where we can still always be together. From when we draft in August to the last week in December, there's no better stretch of the year where it feels like if we don't talk from January to July, at least we have these months. And what's great about these months is we have a holiday like this, Thanksgiving, where we give thanks for the people that are in our lives. And I want to give thanks to each and every one of you. To Jake, thank you for being one of my best friends. To Mike, thank you for never failing to make me laugh and being a great dungeon master. To Borelli, I want to give you thanks for being one of the biggest goons I've ever met in my life, who just, there's never a dull moment with you. To John, thank you for just always being there to talk. You mean the world to me. I miss having you come over Sundays and just watch football with, and just to someone to text and hang out with. To DuPont, thanks for just being such, like, I don't want to say goon because I gave goon to Borelli, but to being such like a joy to be around. I know we haven't seen each other in a while, and we have a nice 101 day snap streak where every day is like, hey, you working Sunday? And then once you reply, it's like, damn, well, maybe next Sunday. So thank you, Dupe, for even when we can't see each other, at least we talk daily. To Jones, there's no word for what you are. You are just hilarious. Everything about you, I love to be around. Thank you, Zach, for being yourself 100% of the time. Drost, thank you for, I guess, being the villain that this league needs. Because deep down, even though you are one of the world's biggest goons, biggest meatheads, like biggest villains, you truly do care about all your friends. And I think that's admirable. So thank you, Drost. To Frankie, thank you for just always shitting on my fantasy team, even though I might be doing better than you or whatnot. You always find a way to shit on my real team, the Giants, and my fantasy team. So I commend you, Frankie. Thank you for. I've known you since the 5th grade, and you've always been great like that. To Dan, thank you for being the best roommate I could have asked for. And thank you for being. I know I gave Borelli this, but thank you for being a whole goon. Just every week in the group chat, piping off, and it's hilarious. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, gentlemen, thank you all. I wouldn't want to do this with any other 9 guys. I know a couple years ago we talked about maybe making it a 12-man team league and adding some, but I don't want any outsiders. This circle is great how it is. You guys mean the world to me, and I'm happy to be your commissioner. And I know 2020 has been a weird year in the state of the world, but at least we have this consistency of having all of us together doing fantasy football, something we all love. Thank you guys. It means a lot. I'm happy to be your commissioner. And like I said, and I'll say it again one last time, there's no other group of people I'd rather do this with than you two. Or not you two, you 9. We make a great 10. So, thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.